We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, back doing my second ever Tarkir Dragonstorm draft. Alright, Urani, the Song Unending. Just for the low cost of 8 mana, you get a 10/10 flying, pro-white, pro-black, enters, deals X damage as you divide it, as you choose among any number of target creatures and their planeswalkers your opponents control, where X is the number of lands you control. It's pretty sweet. Creatures and planeswalkers only though, not the player, but you know, you do get a 10/10 flyer. It's pretty incredible. Otherwise, a 3 mana 2/3. When you cast a spell, if you've cast another spell this turn, copy this spell. And you get, oh, that's actually pretty sweet. It's quite a bit cheaper and not 3-color. I mean, this card is incredibly strong, but you have to play ramp, you have to play teamer. Colors. I could see Sage of the Skies being pretty cool. At worst, a 3 mana 2/3 lifelink, which is pretty good. And at best, 3 mana for 2/3 lifelink. Let's take the Sage, see if we can make it work. The much cheaper one, especially since I just ran a teamer deck. Didn't even get a chance to look at what else there was. All right, so we know Static Snare is removal, which is pretty cool. Veteran Ice Climber is weird, kind of mill card. Good with buff spells. I mean, I assume this wants to be just Sky. Twin Bolt, pretty sweet. Good removal. I'd rather have the Static Snare since it's on color with our first pick. Wait a second. What is this? 2 mana 5/5 Trample Decayed. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a Decayed counter on each of X target creatures. This is a cool card. It's pretty strong. I mean, you get in for 2 mana. You can get in for 5, and then putting a Decayed counter on your opponent's creatures makes them only not be able to block and only attack once, and then they die. That's pretty sweet, actually. Maybe I just take the Girth over the removal. We'll see. Limiting myself, but that is pretty strong. I mean, you're not going to see a 2 mana 5/5. I mean, it can't block, but all right. Desperate Measures. 1 mana, target creature gets +1/-1 till in turn. When it dies under your control this turn, draw 2 cards. Huh. That's a weird one. It's an uncommon, so it's probably a pretty strong effect. Got Lancer, so this mobilizes. Not bad. Detainment. Yeah, this is a pretty tough one to pass up on. That's pretty strong removal. Basically 3 mana, and you can, you know, deal with any non-land permanent. That's pretty strong. Red Ramp, again. Desperate Measures is pretty cool. It's just situational enough where it's going to be tough to play, though. Where Detainment, I mean, I guess it's good with Mobilize. You just kill a mobilized creature and you can draw 2, but it's still not like that insane. This buffs or is a 6 mana 3/5 Flying Death Touch. Maybe I wanted that. I didn't even get a chance to read it. All right. This is not on color with what we're doing, but whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard during your turn, create a treasure. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on a flying counter on target creature. All right. Interesting. Lancer is a 4 mana 3/3. We saw that already. The Reputable Merchant is kind of cool. Technically on color. It's currently like a 4 mana 2/2. Could potentially be a 3 mana 2/2 or 3/3 with other upside. This is great with Mobilize. So we'd have to play green, and if I was playing green, then do I want just the Gold Keeper? Because it's a Flying Dragon for 4. That works well with the ability. Let's take the Gold Keeper, because we already have Decayed. And that would be leaving our graveyard. Ooh, Double Strike Prowess. That's insane. That's a really good card. Rakshas's Bargain. Top 4, put 2 in your hand, rest in your graveyard. Hey, on color, uncommon, looks good. Oh, wait. This isn't on color, it's blue. Whoops. I guess I can take Evolving Wilds. Get Fixing going now. We're probably going to play 3 color. I'd have to abandon these 2 white picks, or I play 4 color. Let's just take the... Or do I want the Bargain? I mean, that's going to be pretty good for Goalkeeper deck. I'd have to lose out on these 2 cards. That might be okay. Let's just take the bargain because it's a strong card. I'm probably going to regret that because the fixing is... Usually you just take fixing. So this does fix for 2 colors of our... I forget what this archetype is called, that 3-color archetype. As long as there are 3 more different kinds of counters among creatures you control, it gets +2/+4. You can cast it from your graveyard. Wow. That's pretty amazing, actually. We don't really have counters going yet, though. Maybe we take the fixing now. Or I could actually take the Wildling, which is also possibly... I mean, it takes up a slot in the deck, but it's also a good dragon card. I'm going to take it. And the reason is because it can also fix... All right, now we probably take the backwater, get some more fixing. Let me see what else we're missing out on, though. So Agent of Kotus is good with the Goldkeeper Dragon. So we want to get as much renew as possible because you're making you leave your graveyard. It's going to be a lot of value in this archetype for that. More renew here. Oh, that's cool. When it dies, you get a zombie. Abzan fixer here. Let's just take the backwater, I think, and just get solid fixing going. Could take another Wildling. I'm okay with that. Aggressive Negotiations. Okay. 3 mana, kind of expensive. Skirmish Rhino. Not quite on color with what we're doing. Good card, though. And it's a cool card, but it's a sorcery and it costs 5 mana in our deck. So maybe just take another Wildling and be okay with it. Get the fixing. Ice Ridge Serpent, 5 mana, 3/3, enters bounce, not bad. Riverwalk Technique, I'd rather have the Serpent, I think. Teamer Monument, don't really need that. This would cost 5 mana. Earth Carver is a 2-drop. We desperately need some more cheap things. But I'm going to take the Serpent. We'll have to potentially stay busy with the Wildlings for fixing, but Enter Bounce is just a good way to buy some time. So this isn't probably bad for us because it's, you know, can block well and later attack. Ringing Strike Mastery, it's probably better for aggro. I did have it pay off a little bit, but... And this, we're going to need some cheap things to really make this pay off, I feel like. It's okay in response to removal. I'll take it anyway because it's an uncommon. We might be able to make it work. All right, now I can take the Agent. What's this Relic do? Okay, that's kind of cool. So it can ramp if you have a creature already. And then you can make a dragon with, I mean, we don't quite have the fixing for that. I'm going to take the Agent just because it's a cheap creature with upside. And then it feels like our primary color is going to be blue-black, potentially. So this counters a spell. Yeah, I mean, it's an uncommon, or it's a common, rather, so I guess, geez. We'd have to double splash for that. We'll just take the Mastery, even though I don't think it's optimal here. All right, last pick, Serpent. Well, blue's open. I guess that's a good sign. Let's just look for on-color stuff. So this is, it's okay. It's not hard removal, but it's okay. So we could take Sultai, that's the name of it. We'd take the Death Toucher that fixes for all of our mana. It's a 2-drop. That kind of makes sense. Okay. So we really want graveyard shenanigans primarily. Sniper's probably not bad, but I still think green might end up being our splash color, which makes Devotee a little more awkward, but that's okay. Could also take the Monument. This makes a Spirit. Yeah, that's not bad. And it's an uncommon. There's probably a reason it's an uncommon. Finds a land. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to try the Monument over the Devotee here. Mostly because green likely isn't our primary color, like I said, but also because this kind of finds whatever land you want and then can be potentially a big creature later. So is Endure actually more of what I'm trying to do? Devotee does fix for green for us. As Defender, it's a 3/3. Not bad early play against aggro. But maybe we want another Monument here. Wait. Oh, no. Did I take the wrong one again? Oh, no. I keep thinking we're in Abzan, but we're not. Oh no. Champion of Dusan. Maybe now we just take the dragon. Take more expensive stuff. When in doubt. It's pretty sweet though. 3/5 flying death touch is big. I'm gonna take another expensive thing. Or maybe I actually take the backwater. Alright, we're taking more fixing. Hey, this actually is on color. Okay. That's good. Fangkeeper's familiar. So flash, gain 3, surveil 3, destroy an enchantment or counter a creature spell. Wow, that's actually really good. I guess this still fixes for us. It can find a swamp or a forest, but not being able to activate it makes it significantly worse. 1/3 death touch probably isn't bad. This cast 2 spells thing here. We have the renew thing. Yeah, we're taking Fangkeeper's familiar here. Okay. Rite of renewal. Return 2 permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. Target player shuffles up to 4 target cards from their graveyard to the library. All right. I mean, it's kind of expensive and we need more cheap things. So I might just take another agent, which isn't a great card, but just synergistically works well with our deck since it's a cheap spell. Can buy us some time. Has graveyard value. On color, right? Yes. Look at top 3. Put one of those back on top of your library. Puts the rest in your graveyard. Hey, that's good. Feeds the graveyard with our stuff. Or maybe I just take the Evolving Wilds, get the fixing going for 3 or 4. 3 or potentially 4 color if I splash white. Don't think we will. Unending Whisper is good too. Maybe we'll get the Night Watch back. Probably not. That is a strong card. It's not straight card advantage though, so it's probably okay to pass up on. Let's just take the Evolving Wilds. I don't think... How many dragons do we have? Just... No, I guess we have 3. That's not a bad start for this. Focus the Mind. 2 less to cast if you cast another spell this turn. Draw 3, discard. We're not going to be able to cast multiple spells a turn too often, I don't think. This prevents us from milling ourselves out, which is nice, but I think I'm going to go with the Brigade. The Mobilize is kind of not that important, but having a 1/3 death touch that can surveil is kind of good for us, I feel like. Armament Dragon, wow. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, and it can do it to itself, so it's a sick... Wow. I mean, the problem is the white, once again. We do have Wildling and Evolving Wilds to potentially splash white, so I could consider it at least. I'm going to take it, I think. That's maybe a little greedy. We'll see. But it makes Abzan Monument more playable, too. Very true. All right, this also makes Mystic Monastery better. The Globe, I could try again. This card is... Wait, this isn't what I thought it was. Never mind. So the Nest Guard for more cheap stuff. But I'm going to go with the Globe. We have dragons. It fixes. We have a good amount of dragons now. All right, we got the Devotee back, which kind of makes me happy because it fixes for our primary colors. And it's just a fine card, so... Or we just take another rando dragon. I'll take the Devotee. A little awkward if green does end up being unsplashed, but that's okay. So Reclamation at least seems like a good sideboard card. I'll take it for sideboard because I think we're going to have more than enough playables here. Stag, 4 mana, 2/5. That's a 5/2 on our turn that potentially can't be blocked, or we just take another Codas. I'm going to go with the Stag over the 3rd agent, I think. Take the Rite of Renewal just to cut green. Take the Dragonstorm. Hey, we may end up with enough dragons. It's probably not worth it. If everyone's passing it, it's probably not worth it. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a hexproof and an indestructible counter on it. It's kind of a cool card. Very expensive, very situational. There's also Opulent Palace. But, I mean, can you imagine? With all the milling we're doing, I probably just take it. It's expensive, but hexproof, indestructible on like a... is pretty strong. We're already looking a little top heavy, so I don't love it. It is a mythic, though. I mean, that's a strong effect. And we are milling, like I said. So there are some significant upsides to it. Hexproof Indestructible is good. We'll give it a try. It's probably pretty greedy, but draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Oh, that's pretty good for 3 mana. Probably don't need the Nature's Rhythm. What's the Lion Weight? Turn creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Deals damage equal to that card's power to target creature. Wow, that is a really strong effect. I mean, yeah, that is good. Another Detainment. Good removal in here. 3 mana to draw 3 discard in a deck that wants to discard, probably. Maybe we'll get the Lion Weight back. Man, that's tough. That's a great card. But I'm going to take that. I want the Jungle Hollow too. We're passing all this fixing for strong cards. Maybe I have to take fixing here and just stop looking at all these good cards. Because there's more removal. I mean, we already have a deck, so let's just get some removal. Let's make our mana base good here. If we're legitimately playing 4 color. The Monument gets blue and white, but the Relic, well, we're pretty close to being able to just, at this point, maybe we just want to do the Relic for 4 color fixing, and then potentially we could get this flying lifelink that deals damage to something. That's a weird one. The Appraiser is good too. This is what our deck wants to do. But I'm going to take the Relic for more ramp fixing. We'll see if that pans out. Blossoming Sands could be something we play for white fixing. Or we take the Sentinel, another 2-drop. I think our early game is looking okay, though. So I'm going to take the Sentinel. Because then we're looking... I mean, it's a lot of tap lands, but... All right, Sandstep Citadel. We may have to end up playing a lot of tap lands, and that's just the price you got to pay. 4 mana, 4/4 reach, plus upside. Wow. That is really strong. I'm going to take the Citadel, just get some more fixing. And maybe I don't need any more tap lands. 6 tap lands is a lot. That's a lot of our mana base. This is more fixing we could play. Unending Whisper can play it out of our graveyard. I think we take the Pummeler now. That's really good. I think. 6 tap lands is probably good. This is more expensive. So this can tap draw, or it's a 6 mana 4/4 flying ward 2. Not bad. Or I can take the Sentinel for more fixing. Tawny back we probably don't need. I'll just take a dragon that's got decent upside, I think. Opulent Palace. Well, I said I didn't want any more, but it's hard to resist a really good fixer like that. And the Jungle Hollow. Jeez. We can't play 8 tap lands. That's not going to work, is it? Maybe we have enough cheap stuff to do it. Half our mana base is going to be tap lands, so that's going to be tricky. I like the Merchant. Is it worth playing here? I mean, it's a cool thing. Maybe we'll just take it. Maybe our fixing's good enough where we just play high upside stuff. Yeah, it could be okay. All the Serpents or a Sentinel? I'm just going to take the Serpent. I think our mana base is good enough where we don't need to play the... All right, this is... wow, guys. This is insane. Whew. Yeah, this is definitely an example of a deck that can get run over. How many dragons did we get? 5? We're not going to go for the Dragonstorm. Although the Surveil is actually useful, but... Desperate Measures, Ring Strike Mastery. We only surprisingly have to cut 6 cards, which is actually kind of shocking. Let's see. What 6 cards are we cutting? Rakshasa feels worse. but it's still a 2-mana 5/5, so with upside with like Goldkeeper and stuff, and making your opponent's stuff decayed is not bad. But this is much better for an aggro deck, so I could see the Rakshasa not being good enough. We need to be able to survive. So this is 2 mana. It's actually pretty good with 5 dragons. It's like a 2 mana counter most of the time. We have pretty good ramp too and fixing. Probably cut some of our middle. That's for sure. Definitely don't want to cut the Pummeler. I can cut the Envoy rather. We don't have that much counter related stuff. This could win the game. I could actually see the Stag winning the game. We'll keep the removal. Let's geez. What's our creature count? 18, so probably can cut 3 creatures comfortably. Don't really want to cut any of our early plays. Still definitely okay with the Monument. Am I okay with the Relic? We would have to run one. No, we wouldn't have to run a red source, would we? Because you can just tap to get the red. Wow, we can actually. That's crazy. That's a billion mana, but this is totally doable to make a 4/4 flying lifelink enter. All right. Yeah. This is definitely a deck that can easily get run over, but I don't know what to say. I think that's why we keep all the Serpents, because we want to ramp out the 3/3 that bounces. And I want to keep all my dragons, I guess. Parination is a pretty greedy card for this, but we are milling a lot. Ring Strike Mastery can buy time early. Could cut the Merchant. The counters don't matter that much. It's just kind of a good card in a vacuum, so it feels like something we can cut. Are we reliably going to be able to cast 2 spells in 1 turn? I don't think it matters. If I cast that on turn 3, I'm really not upset. I might have to get rid of the Stag. I think I like the Pummeler better because we can mill it, surveil it, still get value out of it. It's got reach. I mean, Vigilance is nice too. 5, if you have enough mana, that's kind of good. The Dragon, tap a creature, draw. I mean, that's not bad. And like I said, I don't really want to cut dragons if I've got the Globe or the Exhale. Yeah, let's cut the Stag, even though I kind of like it. I think we're going to cut the Rakshasa. It's a cool card. It's a good beater, but it's just not what this deck wants to do. And then we should cut some non-creatures. So, Desperate Measures, I'm not loving here. I'm really not loving the Mastery either. But yeah, we definitely look like... What's our removal? We don't even have any. Oh no. I drafted a removal list deck. No, that's not true. Detainment. That might be it. A counterspell, detainment, bounce, a counter. Whew. Wow. All right, I might just cut the measures in the mastery. So, yeesh. It's a little awkward. We have 1 hard removal spell. It's a little suboptimal. Can't lie about that. Not that many early plays. Yeah, this definitely looks like a deck that can get run over. Okay, so white sources, we have 2. What's our primary colors here? Primarily, it is actually blue-green and then black-white. Okay, so let's count. White sources, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 white sources, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black sources, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green sources. It kind of feels pretty good to me. Primary colors are accounted for, and yeah. All right. Okay. Greedy deck. You got to get the greedy deck out of the way, right? I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of greed in this format with me, though, just because it's when you've got just absolute format full of goodies, it's hard not to get greedy. But this is what we got. This is what we're playing. We're going to run it like this and go ahead and see you in round 1. All right, round 1, we definitely want to play first. Yeah, 2-drop. Don't have our white mana, but don't need it. Not yet, at least. 3 primary colors are here. Devotee on turn 2, not bad. Opponent's mulliganing? We'll take it. Grip full of lands, we'll definitely take it. We've got actual card draw in here, too. We have the draw 3, discard 2, unless you discard a creature, with Harmonize. And we have the look at top 4, put 2 in your hand, mill the other 2, which is really nice, too. So, some definite goodies in here. They're at mull to 5. That's good news for us. Uh-oh. Hyper aggro, though. Wow, that's a sweet rare. I'm taking Devotee. It's a great card. I've got a dragon I can behold for this exile. That's good. Just gonna block there. Okay, that's nice. So I'm taking another turn off. Dang. I really wanted to leave up a counterspell here, but getting into Goldkeeper here is way too good to pass up on. And ramping, yeah, we kind of have to. Especially if they're missing there. So we'll do the Blossoming Sands. And do the Goldkeeper. 4 mana, 4/4 flying. Pretty good. Playing against Hyper Aggro is not what we want to see, though. Uh-oh. And you exile it and our graveyard? Man, just a terribly good card against us. A freakishly good card against us. And it's a common, too, isn't it? No, it's an uncommon. All right. We don't have a dragon I can behold. Uh-oh. We're in trouble now. Man, who would have thought one uncommon would completely destroy our deck? Oh, well, that doesn't really matter. I would have saved that if I were them. All right. I mean, whatever. I don't really want to bounce, but... All right. So we probably want to sandbag lands now, unless we draw another land, but... yeah, I guess so. It's only our graveyard, right? Not that it really matters, but... All right. I feel like at least the average card in our deck is probably better than theirs. Yes. There we go. So we want the Sage because I can immediately cast that and get 2 of them, which is nuts. And then we want Pummeler we want in our graveyard. So bigger dragon or a dragon that gains life? Dragon with ward or life gaining dragon? I mean, against aggro, you'd think you'd want life gaining dragon. That's cheaper probably. I don't know. So renew for, okay, let's just get in. Ooh, keep all your mobilized dudes. That's pretty cool. Ooh, Brigade's pretty good too. So 8 mana. So we can renew plus play a Brigade. I think I renew the Sage because it's got lifelink, but Serpent's pretty nuts too to do it too. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and renew a flyer here. For 6. And play the Brigade and Surveil. Ditch a land if we see it. No, Relic we can... Relic is actually pretty sweet. Relic's actually pretty sweet. A little bit win more, but kind of sweet here. Any target too? Cool. I mean, they don't have a good attack, so they really don't have a good attack. I can't believe I can actually activate this relic. How cool is that? I mean, they really don't have a choice, I feel like. So, I get it. They didn't... Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. We're just going to go ahead and kill those, though. And then, you know, can we kill you yet? Or probably not. So we'll probably do the relic. White. Let's see. Black. Red, blue, green. 4 colors. Green, white, blue, black, red. Green, black, blue, blue, blue. Wait, do I not have the... Oh, I'm 1 short. Oh, no. Well, in that case... I probably should not have played that. Although if they have a board wipe, my Serpent lives, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Lose 1 life and this creature endures. For 2 mana? What? That's pretty strong. Yeah, why did I keep the Brigade back last turn. That doesn't make sense. This relic is pretty sweet though. All right. We're playing against some aggro here. That's not good. They got some good, they got the good synergy going too. So I could do the Ringing Strike Mastery. Them paying 5 mana to untap is going to be a little more challenging, but still not great. Man, Strategic Betrayal is such a beating against us. It's not the top deck we want to see in the late game, that's for sure. They've got a sweet deck, though. They've got some real goodies in there. Ring Strike is not even really that good, but Counterspell can't be good either. The Stag is probably okay, just because it's got a big butt. Man. Whew. Yeah, the problem with the Mastery is it's pretty terrible against stuff like Marshall. It's really not very good against... I mean, I guess it's okay against Surveyor. I might just need it because I don't have very many early plays, unfortunately. But what am I cutting for these two? That's another question. Trying to counter spells, probably not the best, although it's just an early play, so... Card draw is still important. Let's get off the... Well, Parination was okay there because I survived, but... They can exile our graveyard. I'm going to get rid of it. It's just a liability in here, I feel like. And it lowers the curve of our deck, which is probably ultimately a good idea. And then I could do the Stag, so it's an early blocker that can win late versus the Dragon, which actually I don't want to cut dragons, but if I'm cutting the... All right, keep the Stag out. Just trying the Mastery here. We beat them all to 5, but wasn't like as decisive as one would have liked, I think. All right, this hand's actually pretty good. Not only do we have all 3 colors, or all 4 colors, I guess, but we have a turn 2 play into potentially a turn 3 play that's pretty good. So we can get our white mana turn 1. Right? And then I have green. All right, let's just get the white now. No turn 2 play. That's what we want to see. All right, let's do the Palace. I'm playing Taplands because we're the slow player. We don't need to drop aggro stuff. We need to get our Taplands out there to get situated. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's a sweet card. And we don't really have removal for it. That's going to be a challenge. So let's go... This plus Agent. Just keep playing Taplands and playing other stuff. Oh, well, I guess that could be worse. All right. Tapland. And Brigade. We can do the Winter Night Stories. No, Serpent's pretty good. I'm going to keep that one. Because we can go Serpent into Serpent and just bash in. That's pretty good. That means we actually hold off a turn on the Tapland play, believe it or not. At least they're off their color there. Oh, that actually worked out really well for us. So I want to ditch this agent to Winter Night Stories, I'm thinking. Most likely. I don't need to bounce anything yet, though, so... Ooh, the Relic, too. This is actually a good turn to play the Relic. Let's do the Winter Night Stories first. How much mana do I need total? This is tough for me. So we need 3, 4... It's 8 mana. So it's 7, including the tap. So we're going to have to play his Blossoming Sands anyway. But let's do the stories first. And ditch the dude that doesn't have reach. Then we play Sands, Relic, and actually next turn we can get our sweet value dude. Can't believe you can harmonize that too. That card's really good. They don't have their third color yet. That's a big deal. They're just drawing cards. I think they're in trouble now. So we go land, tap for red. It's pretty sweet. They're obviously in big trouble. Very, very big trouble here. Just ripping serpents like no one's business. Wow. All right. See you for round 2. Okay. Round 2. We do have a counter spell. I think I'm going to keep this. A bit greedy, yes, but we're on the draw. I can't imagine a deck like ours really thrives with mulligans. I mean, obviously no deck thrives with mulligans, but see, just immediately rip something where if we don't draw a land, we're still looking good. Plus we have Exhale up too. What does this do? 2 mana, 2/3. Wow, that card's really strong. See tapping it and drawing. The reason I'm doing this is because we need to rip a land. That's so funny. They still get the value. All right, maybe it wasn't a good play. At least it wasn't a land on top. I guess that's good. All right, that was a good draw. 3 pretty important colors there. So I can leave up the counter spell. Can do the Winter Night Stories now. That doesn't seem great. I can do the bargain. That might be pretty good. But I'm going to have to discard if I do that. But I want to hit my... Because otherwise I'm taking 4 damage next turn. Yeah, I think we're doing the bargain here. So we'll put Island and Globe in hand. Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to discard. Anything else out of graveyard? Guess stories. Okay. We can cast that out of yard, so we'll ditch that. Gosh, just getting totally run over here. Okay. So we can do land plus globe. Counterspell's looking a lot worse here now. But I think we're going to do it. Wildling's going to have to keep us in this game. Or Fangkeeper's familiar. Alright, well that's good news at least. They don't have 2 mana, so I don't need to behold. Okay. No death touch on that baddie though, right? No. But it will be a 4/4, I guess. Do I have any other options? Yeah. Wait, no, I only have 1 white source. Dang. If I had another white source, I could at least go Detainment plus Sage. Should actually be really, really good here. I can do the Wildling. I might have to do that. Another option is Backwater plus Detainment and take out the Marshal now, and then I just take 4. It's just not very good use of mana is the problem, but it's also use of white mana, so it might be okay. This is a wee bit awkward. I guess next turn I can go Familiar plus Sage of the Skies. That's actually pretty good. If I can live. All right, not dead. Traveling Botanist is so good. I think this is the first time they've hit on it, but the card is so strong. All right. So the play, yes, is Familiar, gain 3, Surveil 3, plus Sage of the Skies. All right. I don't know why I thought that was a dragon, but it is not a dragon. Sagu Wildling is, though, so that's good. So next turn, I'm going to have access to 7 untapped mana. Sure. I'm okay with that. Unblockable because has more power than my tooth. Oh man, that sucks. Another aggro? I mean, I guess aggro. Yeah, it's pretty aggro. I think we probably do we do Ring Strike Mastery again? It's not particularly good. I mean, they still get a trigger off Botanist, but yeah, I guess. What did I cut last time? Parination? Well, I don't need to cut that one yet. Could cut a Serpent, but kind of like Serpent. Could cut some card draw. I don't love cutting card draw for Ring Strike Mastery either. I think I'm just going to run it back. Play first. Don't love it, but we're going to keep it. So, just do Tri-Land. Maybe I should have done that Tri-Land first, huh? So probably do the Globe next turn. Missed on the land. That's good. This looks eerily familiar. All right. I guess we could deck then Tapland. I don't know if it matters. I don't even know what color I'm going for. One of our primaries, so blue or green. We already have 2 green. So probably another blue, although we have double blue in hand too. So, I mean, we're just well fixed at this point. Good problem to have. So we'll just tap this and get, yeah, whatever. I mean, we have a bunch of blue in hand, so I guess that makes sense. It's not what you want to see. Okay. Actually, we can do the dragon here, so we'll go ahead and do that. Nice. So we can make our lifelink dragon and kill, I don't know, botanist or something. Darn. So I need 8. I mean, this can add red, but I'm going to have to take this. All right. Now maybe I can All right, now I can leave the agent back as a blocker in emergency. So we'll do this. We'll do the relic. And kill the botanist. Gain some life and stay back. So gain life. If I attack for 5 flying, can't block that. So block, block. Let's see. I go to 7. I think I still die if I attack with the 5/5. Because I attack for 5, they take it. They go to 16, I go to 7. They smash back. I have to take at least 5. I block the 3/4. I block a 2/3. So I die. So I have to play Pummeler and pass. Darn. Just got absolutely annihilated. Oh, I would have died anyway. I would have died anyway. I had no choice. Wow, we just got absolutely manhandled there. We'll see you for round 3. All right. We're going to keep this. So blue, black, green. So we just need our white. And then we've got the full color spread. So I'm just going to get the white mana now. And the reason is because I'm going to play my Tapland next turn anyway. If I'd done the backwater, I guess I wouldn't have to, but that's okay. So our first play can be the Brigade, actually. That's not bad. That's unexpected. So I could do the agent here. God, that's weird that they did that. I need the black mana though. Let's just do the backwater. I'm alright with it. I can take 1 damage to get a tap land out. No attacks. Well, that doesn't make sense. Alright. Oops. I guess we want this. Brigade. I guess we kind of want the land. We're building towards our 1,000,000 drops here, so I'm okay with it. Next turn we can do agent plus devotee. Also not bad. Okay. I think we might be playing a new opponent here, because this doesn't really make sense. I guess I can actually. So I can draw plus get 2 flyers. I kind of want to do that. This could actually be wrong, but I'm going to do this rather than bounce. And then next turn we can do the dragon and buff all our flyers. Everything has so much value nowadays. It's kind of insane. That was not the correct choice of what to pick. We'll just target the 2 life linkers. I think, honestly, that makes the most sense. All right. I don't know what they are. I think they're a new player. I'm just going to go ahead and guess. Doesn't mean I'm going to get cocky. I've certainly lost my fair share of games to new players before, but I'm not going to make any deck switches. Funny thing is, I actually kind of like our deck. I mean, we got really manhandled round 2, excessively so. They basically just did the same turn progression two games in a row and just absolutely flattened us. So that was pretty tough. But yeah, it was all one card too. Just dude that can't be blocked if they're smaller. All it took. What an insane 2-drop, by the way. So I'm just short of white again. I guess we'll go ahead and it's actually kind of a slow hand, but that's all right. All right, I'm gonna get my white mana again. Are they just like blue spell only deck or what? Blue 1-drop blue spell that deck. So I guess next turn we can do the relic. Looking pretty slow at the moment. Wow, what's this one do? Oh, that's cool. Kind of like that. That's actually really good. Even if you don't have any dragons, just a 2-drop enchantment that's draw 2 discard. It's really nice. Slowly, slowly, slowly. I mean, at least we're building towards things, I guess. Okay. Pummeler, man, are you a turn late? This for a new player, this has got to be insane for a new player. To be playing this format has got to be insane for a new player. Can you imagine? Maybe they're a Yu-Gi-Oh player, so they're used to overly complicated things, but I can't imagine what this is like. I mean, they're definitely a new player. I don't see how the Brigade is a better play. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. That's okay. So we're just going to spit out a dragon and kill their brigade. Get a 4/4 flyer. Should probably done that the opposite way, I guess, but like, I mean, I guess they turn it off for 2 turns. Maybe that's enough time to find removal. All right. So 7 mana. That's enough to do the stories plus the pummeler. So we're going to go ahead and figure that out. Ooh, can do familiar and counter something. That's kind of cool. But I probably just want Sage. So let's ditch. I'm actually going to ditch the pummeler. And then we'll do Sage. So didn't leave up the familiar, but that's okay. I'm playing the all serpent and snake deck. So I do have a dragon to behold for exile, which is cool. Just all the snowmelt stags, huh? All right. I would definitely attack here. It's a smart attack. I'm not going to trade my Sage for it because we're just winning the Skies race here by quite a bit. So 8 mana. We can leave up 2 counter spells. We can kill him next turn, so we're just going to leave up 2 counter spells here and just gain a absurd amount of life. That's not even worth countering. Guess I could blow up an enchantment here. Oof. And they're attacking. Come on. Well, we ended up going 2-1. Like I said, I enjoyed the deck. Brit slow. I don't know what the optimal tap land count should be, but this was pushing it. But didn't have any mana issues, which is a pretty big deal when you're playing 4-color. Let's do some pack one, pick ones here. Learn the format a little bit better. Awaken the Honored Dead. So destroy a permanent, a non-land permanent, mill 3, discard a card. When you do, return target creature or land from your graveyard to your hand. Huh. It's okay. I mean, destroy a non-land permanent for 3 is not bad. Goldkeeper was good. I liked it. Oh, that's cool. 3 mana, put 3 counters on something, and that's a flash dragon otherwise? Wow. That's a good one. What am I thinking? A bunch of 3-color stuff, or probably a Stormbrood because it's only 2 colors, so less committal. But I mean, this is a great piece. I mean, it just creates treasures. So it's not like busted. This is a pretty good rare, but modes 2 and 3 aren't insane. I mean, I guess long-term value of this is pretty good. Kill something, get graveyard value in the stuff that wants graveyard stuff, and then get something back. Can be a land, can be a creature. All right, maybe we take it, even though it's 3-color. Kishla Skimmer, 2 mana, 2/2 flyer. Whenever a card leaves your graveyard during your turn, draw a card. Wow, that would have been real nice for us. This is the zombie druid creator. When it dies, and then you can renew it and buff something for 1. It's actually kind of nice too. This is good. I mean, put stuff in your graveyard. It feeds the yard. It, you know, maybe just take the removal here because it's monocolor. And you can potentially surveil off of it. That is pretty good too. This effect is pretty powerful though for this archetype, so I probably take the skimmer. I mean, if you're ripping drawing cards off of that, that's some high value stuff. Well, Sage of the Skies really impressed me, and even in my super expensive deck, I was able to do it basically every match. So I think we take it. That's pretty strong. Great card. Feel good about it. I like this Roiling Dragonstorm too, but Sage of the Skies was nice. Good evasion. All right. Make some. Whenever you attack this turn, create 2. Oh, that's kind of sweet, actually. I like that. Otherwise, some fixing, which you probably wouldn't know. Pack 1 what you want. Yeah, I feel good about taking this encampment. That seems really nice for the aggro deck. A land that ends up giving you 2 extra attackers. I mean, it's not for free, but nice when you're flooded, I guess, to have nothing better to do. All right. Well, that was fun. Yeah, we'll take it. Obviously still learning the format, but I thought the deck actually kind of had a lot of value without having any removal. So, all right, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.